Hey guys, Marty Boots here. If you missed the buying opportunity in Bitcoin back on the 10th of April when I said Bitcoin is in a bull market, and if you have not bought Bitcoin for the long term, you're going to want to watch this video because I'm going to show you exactly where to buy and hold for the long term. Okay, so Bitcoin is 12 days away from forming a new 3-month candle. And this is very important. Um, it's not always very important, but right now this is very important because we have just come out of a bear market, and this is the first candle of the new bull market. And it is a bull market. We're above all moving averages. We're above weekly moving averages, above the weekly 200 moving averages. It is considered a bull market. We're forming higher highs. RSI above 50, increasing volume. It is a bull market. Until proven otherwise, this is 100% a bull market. So if we conclude that it is a bull market, where do we buy? Where do we buy? Now the thing is, if you look at all these 3 monthly candles, even this one, the big capitulation candle, there is a big retrace. If you look at all of these candles, there's generally some sort of retrace. Even here, when it doesn't look like a retrace, there is a retrace, and it comes down to the 23%, just appears to 23%. So it's still a retrace, but it's a strong retrace from this peak. And you can see the next monthly 3-month candle of this one, you can see a retrace, and that is about a 50% retrace. Now, you can see the whole way there is generally a retrace, and the top could very well be in now. For the short-term top could very well be in. I think there's still room to the upside, but I'll get to that in a minute. But you can see 3-month candle, we do get some retrace. 3-month candle, we get some retrace. 3-month candle, we get some retrace. 3-month candle, we get the retrace. There will be a retrace, most likely. Now, nothing's guaranteed in the markets, but there will be a retrace. There should be a retrace. Now, what else? Look at the 9 EMA. Look at the 9 EMA in a bull market. This is where you buy. A 9 EMA on a 3-month chart is your guideline. It's a guideline. Look at this. Once you break above the 9 EMA, we come back, we test the 9 EMA on a 3-month chart. It does not hit it. It comes close to it. And when it comes close to it, that is your buy signal. Now, that might sound a bit sketchy, but we'll get more in depth on that. When you get close to the 9 EMA on a 3-month chart, you have to consider buying for the long term. Again, you can see here it opened up on the 9 EMA, went higher. We retraced into the 9 EMA, didn't quite hit it, we went higher. We opened close to it, we went higher. We dipped down right into it, went higher. Did not touch it. You can see we opened up on it, we went higher. We opened up on it, we retraced onto it, then we went higher. Very important. Even the capitulation candle opened up on the 9 EMA and went higher. This is where you will buy for the long term. And we need to get a retrace down here. Have patience, get that retrace. You can see here the 9 EMA at this point in time is sitting about the 5,800 level. Now, the next 3-month candle will open up and will cause this 9 EMA to move higher. So that will move up to the 6,000 to the 6,500 level. Now, I don't know where it's going to be at when price finally comes down to hit it. So roughly the 6 to 6,500 level is looking good at this point on a 3-monthly chart. In a bull trend, in a strong bull trend, price should not go below the 9 EMA on a 3-month chart. So with that in mind, That is about a 35% retrace, roughly, from current prices. Roughly, I mean, we don't know exactly. Sorry, it's not even that. The 6.5 is about a 30% retrace. And if we get a pierce of the 9 EMA, then maybe it's a bit more. But that's a rough guide for now, and we're going to go a little bit deeper. Okay, so at the moment we are obviously very strong. This in itself is a strong candle, and it's saying that maybe price wants to go higher for now. But we need to see. We have 12 days left in the month, so we need to see where this candle is going to close. Now let me just go back to the start here of the bull market in 2015-16. You can see here on a monthly chart, this is where you buy. Again, this is a refined technique on where you buy. So in a bull market, you can see price rose here, and it was up about 170% from memory. From these lows to these highs was about 170%, which is very similar to what Bitcoin has done today. Roughly, you know, it's in the same ballpark. Now, what happened? Price dropped into the 9 EMA. Let me take that away. Price dropped into the 9 monthly EMA, and that is your buy point. If we drop into the monthly EMA, we need to be buying Bitcoin for the long term. You can see here again, then price did not hit it. If you miss this first touch on the 9 EMA, you're going to wait months for a buy opportunity. So you, in my opinion, buy at the 9 EMA. You know, you can have your stops. It's definitely an accumulation point or whatever. I mean, if you're buying and holding, then you don't want stops. You just need to be buying it, and the trend should continue higher. You can see again, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months before we even tested it again, and 6, 7 months before we got, we still didn't touch it. So, you know, if you actually look at it, there's your first touch after it. So we touched it here, and then it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It was 11 months actually. These did not touch if you zoom in. It was actually 11 months before you actually got a touch on the moving average again. So the first touch of the 9 EMA is our buy point for the long term, for added to your Bitcoin positions. And if you missed the buy opportunity months ago when I said it was in a bull run, when I posted the video, and you did not buy, then this is when you should buy. Put this on your chart. Mark the 9 monthly moving average as your buy point. In what's the word? In conjunction with the 3 monthly. So you need to be watching the 3 monthly, which gives you about the 6.5 area, 6.2 to 6.5 area. Now the monthly moving average, you need to buy on a pierce or on a touch of this. Right now, this price is already sitting at 6.5. Next month that'll open a bit higher. So that might open next month at 6.7, roughly. By the time price drops into that, price might actually be up at 7,000. You know, but that is a good buy point. If this drops into 7,000 and touches this monthly EMA, you have to consider buying at least for an accumulation point if you have missed the bull trend so far, if you're not holding. Last thing I want to point out here, the 100 moving average, 100 weekly moving average, very important. The white line here, very important, and we are now sitting at about the 6.8 level. That coincides with what we have seen here. It coincides with the monthly moving average moving higher, up close to the $7,000 level. It coincides with the 3 monthly moving average. This will move higher on a new 3 month chart, so we need to see what that is. So between the 6.5 and the 7,000 level is the monthly levels, and it is also the weekly level of the 100 weekly moving average. Now notice that this is our buy area. Let me show you why again. And this is conjunction. This is added confluence. Once we broke above the white 100 moving average, we only had one touch. That was it. You broke above, one touch, that was it. And then you were off to the races. All moving averages held up price. You consolidated above it, and then you skyrocketed higher. There was only one touch. So that level, this 100 moving average coincides with a monthly level, and it coincides with the weekly, with the 3 month level. So at this point in time, we need to be buying Bitcoin anywhere here around the 7,000 level. Now, that's a rough guess right now. The levels change and fluctuate a little bit depending on the time frame when price can actually hit them. Because if trend remains strong up here, we will have to wait until the moving averages come up to price. If we dip, then we can look to buy. So, but at the moment, the $7,000 level is the buy point for a long-term accumulation. That is where you need to be looking. And when we do dip, you need to be looking in confluence with this 100 weekly moving average, the 9 monthly moving average, and the 9 3-month moving average. That is where you're going to find your buy entry for a long-term hold in Bitcoin. So that's it for the video, guys. If you have missed it, I would definitely watch these levels. If you are not holding Bitcoin, I would be watching these levels like a hawk. So if you like the video, guys, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We also have a Discord group full of very intelligent traders and investors. We're in there every day trading the markets, profiting and taking very active trades, longer term and shorter term trades in there. So if you'd like to join us in there, hit us up in the link below, and that'll take you to our Facebook page, and send us a message and we'll get you set up with that. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.